Episode 7, Art for Art's Sake. The task force claims a controversial victory. Matt Murdock is full on Daredevil mode. Dr. Glenn is in the crosshairs of MUSE. Vanessa mauls over a very important decision regarding her future with Fisk. So let's start off with this MUSE's death. Now, by this point, it's not even a spoiler because it's already been out there for like 2 weeks. So let's just say, right, that was his plan all along. That he knew he was not walking out of that office alive. He knew some way, somehow, he was going to go out, guns blazing, and his death was going to be the final masterpiece. This motherfucker really thought that he was going to John Doe everyone and say, look at my masterpiece. And yet this motherfucker got a full clip emptying him by the doctor. Look, I'm not saying that she couldn't have done it. I'm just saying, man, that's some bullshit. Like, you had a really intriguing villain, and yet he's not even the main villain. We all know who the real main villain of this, but this is nothing more than a side character. This is a side quest for Daredevil, and it only took like maybe 2 side missions for him to get there. I read about MUSE and what he did in the comics, and that shit sounded so interesting and so far out. Like, there's no way in fucking hell they're ever gonna do something crazy like that. And no, guess what? They didn't do anything crazy like that. But for me, I do think the treatment of MUSE in this series was underwhelming. I thought you could have utilized him just a little bit better. The fight with him and Daredevil in the office was a little bit clunky, but I'll give it a pass because it's personal for Murdock because, he's in a relationship with Dr. Glenn. So the clunkiness I do kind of forgive. Task Force breaches. Mayor Fisk says, look, you're the ones that killed MUSE, not Daredevil, not Dr. Glenn. You're the ones. And we're going to tell, and that's exactly what we're going to tell New York. Now, this is going to be interesting to see what they do going forward. I really do think the anti-vigilante task force should be akin to like the Friends of Humanity, Foil, and X-Men. Like, I really do think these guys should be that street level sweepers that come in and take on all the costume heroes and villains and shit like that. I think that would have been really interesting, and have Mayor Fisk use them as his own private hit squad. Again, that would be interesting, and I hope they do that. Vanessa mauls over a really important proposition by Luca, and Luca pretty much calls out Vanessa on her bullshit because he's like, you know what, this is bullshit, and you know that we made a lot of money when you was running things. Why not just come back to the table, just leave your husband, I can take care of it. She's saying, look, you asking for my help or my permission? He's like, that's up to you. She sends him the text of an address of where Fisk is going to be. And I really do love the reference there because it is very Joe the Boss. That's exactly how Joe the Boss went out. With his back to the door in a restaurant, 2 gunmen came in and just blasted the shit out of Joe the Boss. Allegedly. But Buck was waiting for Luca. They knew they was coming. And Vanessa and Fisk are like this now. They're like this. You can't fuck with that bond now. And Daniel, the mayor's aide, makes BB an offer that she can't refuse. It's going to be interesting to see how that offer plays out in the next 2 episodes. And I think my only issue with this is the treatment of MUSE. Like, MUSE should have been done better, honestly. He should have gotten like a 4-episode arc, at least, so that death is earned. I don't feel like that death was earned, or the fact that he can't claim that that's his masterpiece. Like, I don't think that's earned, honestly. I do think it's earned for the task force to claim that they've got victory over him, but I don't think MUSE's death is earned in the series. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll check you out later after I watch I'll Enjoy.